At some point in your school career, you daydreamed about a horrible disaster destroying your school, so you don't gotta go to class no more. For me, this dream became a reality, and this is the time my school burned down. My old elementary school was located in a semi-rural area, where behind the school there was this massive hill of just dead grass, prickers, and tumbleweed. Now, based on that information alone, you could probably guess how quickly this fire was spreading. It was getting roasted like that one dude in your friend group. You know who you are. Michael. The classroom I was in had a massive window that gave us a view of these hills. And when I got bored of Miss Morris trying to shove algebra down my throat, I would look out the window and dream about shoving something down her throat instead. So when I did one of my routine looks out the window, a raging fire across the road was not what I was expecting to see that day. I thought I was seeing things, so I did a double take and the fire was still there. I was in shock. So I looked around the room to see if anyone else had seen this, and no one was reacting. Everyone was just paying attention to Miss Snodbottom for once, like nothing was happening. So I figured I should tell everyone about my new discovery. Okay, class, today we're going to be talking about verb conjugations in the present perfect tense. What? Yeah, Teach, sorry for interrupting, but there's a fire outside. You might want to go check up on that. And before anything else could even happen, Miss Snodbottom stares daggers into my eyes like she was trying to say, "Look what you've done." After I pointed that minor detail out, everyone jolted towards the window, and once they saw the hill behind our school on fire, it was over. Some were screaming bloody murder. The girls were bawling their eyes out like, "Oh my God, we're all gonna die!" Others were just staring out the window, watching the fire grow. Miss Snodbottom, wanting to continue to teach her lesson, knew she had to regain our attention and fast, because at this rate we were gonna start making our peace with God. Please don't send me to hell for undressing my sister's Barbies. It was a one-time thing, I swear. So instead of, reading the room, sensing no work was going to be done that day, and calming all of us down, Mrs. Snodbottom decides that pulling the blinds over the window and pretending nothing was happening would somehow put our attention back on her boring-ass lesson. Like, really? Ashes are raining from the sky like it's the fucking apocalypse, and you want us to learn Latin right now? Everybody, make sure to comment Miss Snodbottom bites the curb in 4K, cause I'll heart and pin that. After like 10 more minutes of screaming, crying, ignoring our teacher, and sneaking onto the outside stairwell to see the firemen fight the fire, we get an announcement from some dude on the intercom.
Attention all students and staff. We recognize that there's a fire about 100 meters away from the school. Give us a minute to figure this out.
Now everyone starts flipping their because if the head of the principal or whatever doesn't know what's going on, then anything could happen. The school eventually sends out a mass email to all the parents, basically telling them to come get their kids. And usually in these situations, my mother always leaves me at school. And when I call her to come get me, I get the typical response to phone calls, which is,
"Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
My mom
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options."
But somehow, by the graciousness of God himself, I didn't have to deal with that today. My friend's mom was going to pick my friend group up and take us to their house, and on the way home, I saw the plumes of smoke filling the air and the massive flames coming from the other side of the street. Now, did the school actually burn down? No. The Time My School Burned Down is a way sexier YouTube title than The Time My School Almost Burned Down. But if you want more fire stories, I promise I got more fire stories. Just let me know if you want them, and peace out.